The United States is currently transitioning its terrestrial television broadcasts from an analog format to digital only, also known as DTV. DTV broadcasts will support widescreen high-definition picture quality, higher quality audio, and more bandwidth will be available so more channels can be transmitted. In 2005, Congress mandated that all full-power analog broadcasts must be turned off by February 17, 2009. In order to receive DTV, a television needs a device called an ATSC tuner. If this tuner is not built in, then the television must be connected to a converter box. Many people have televisions without built-in tuners. A federal program is giving out $40 coupons for converter boxes, which usually cost between $40 and $80. However, that program has now run out of funds. People who have requested coupons are now being put on a waiting list. And there's been a lot of concern that when analog broadcasts are turned off in February, many people will not be able to receive any television signals because they don't have a converter box. It's been estimated that around 7 million households will lose their TV signal when the switchover happens next month. A few days ago, Consumers Union, Massachusetts Representative Ed Markey, and Barack Obama's transition team recommended that the analog switch-off be delayed indefinitely. And I hate this idea. I am just sick of hearing about all this DTV shit. First of all, it only affects people who receive terrestrial television, the kind where you need an antenna. If you have cable or satellite TV, you're totally fine. This just doesn't concern you, or at least it shouldn't. But for the past year, they've been running commercials non-stop about how important it is to go get a converter box so you can still watch TV when the switchover happens. Now, since this only affects the people who rely on terrestrial TV, you'd think they would only need to run these commercials on the terrestrial channels. You know, CBS, NBC, ABC, Fox, the handful of channels you get from broadcast TV. But no, they run it on the cable channels too. And all this does is confuse the fuck out of people. You don't need a converter box if you have cable. The fact that I'm watching the stupid fucking commercial on MSNBC is proof that I don't need a converter box. Of course, someone's got this angle covered too. Comcast has been running commercials saying, hey, if you've got cable with Comcast, you don't need a box. You don't have to worry about anything. And that's it. So let's all go smoke crack. Well, isn't that good to know? Thanks for wasting 30 seconds of my fucking life, you douchebags. Speaking of wasting your life, I don't mean to project my priorities onto everyone else, but who gives a fuck if your television stops working? All you're doing is sitting on your ass while it beams pictures into your brain. It's the most passive excuse for an activity imaginable, and there's usually nothing good on anyway. I get something like 60 channels, and if I'm lucky, there's maybe one or two that have something worth watching at any given time. Definitely a lot less than that if all you have is terrestrial television. What the fuck are you going to miss if your television stops working? Nothing of value. If you need news, weather reports, emergency broadcasts, turn on the radio. That still works. If you're just bored because you can't watch TV, find something better to do with your time. Play a video game, read a book, learn how to use the internet. It's a hell of a lot more entertaining and interactive than TV. Why not try writing something? You can even make your own show where you just yell into a camera and post it online. Better yet, go outside, get some exercise. Television is not that important. If the worst thing you have to worry about is that your TV won't work anymore, you are living very comfortably. And if your television stops working and this is genuinely upsetting to you, that means it's time to find something else to do with your life. Okay?